Great call, boys, and great win, the Canberra Raiders. You always felt that was a trappy game for the Sharks, who were just about to get out of it. As David Riccio reported, over $2 million for the Sharkies absent, but nonetheless, it was a big, courageous performance from the Canberra Raiders to just get off the canvas and somehow find a way, Brian. That's a big win. We spoke about the fact that, you know, the winner of this gets himself back in the middle of the pack. The loser is conceding a big start after 5 rounds.
Yeah, they were just playing tough. It was all effort for them. You know, the opening half, when we saw those 6 tries, we thought, oh, this is going to be. And then, for whatever reason, were they nervous the second half, or they sort of aimed up a little bit better in defence? But when they got down to 10 men, 12 men, when Hudson Young got 10 in the bin, I thought, they're gone. Yeah. And the Sharks, again, they just don't have that killer instinct, do they? They keep doing that same play.
Yep.
Now, I know I've been on Nicho's...
They get to the middle and then they have
what I've been doing Nicho's
shots.
Case, but he can't just catch and pass. When you're on $1 million, and I'm not having a crack at him because I like Nicho and he's a good fella, but they need more from him. I know he's taking a little bit of backseat to Trindle, but it's got to be at some stage where he sees something on the short side and takes a risk. You can't just keep passing that far from the line. Look, he's basically just catching and passing.
Do you know what I think? And maybe this applies to both Trindle and Nicho. I kind of feel like they've got the Luke Brooks syndrome. They're both Robins, you know. Like they haven't got a like Nicho. Yes, he won a Dally M. We get that, right? He won a Dally M. And Luke Brooks won a Dally M halfback of the year. But I kind of feel like they're both really good sixes, you know, where they'd have to think about running the team around. He's a star. He's an absolute star. But
they don't have to have they just got to take their opportunities when they see them. They're both senior players now, and they're their go-to men. I just feel that it's the same sort of repetitive. They get to the middle of the field, as you said, and they go down to the right or go down the left. I wouldn't even mind if they maybe play off Brayley a little bit. Get a quick play of the ball, get him scooting out, and then have them hitting holes rather than being the link plays. Them actually running into the line, both of them. They've just got to try something different. I know it's only round 5, but their attack seems to be very predictable. Yeah,
no Teague Wilton, no Sione Katoa still, the Tongan fisherman, no Talakai, and also no Kailiro. They were significant outs.
Well, I thought Hiroti was pretty good.
He was good. Yeah,
I thought he
was. He was. Hey, you know what? Good on Wendy Hiroti. He's been ploughing away for a while. They're getting very few NRL games, but he looks like a first grader, so he may be around for a while as well.
Ethan Strange is a gun.
He's a gun.
That's what I mean. It's a bit like... At the moment, I don't feel like he actually knows what he's doing in his ball playing. I know he's only a baby. He's not 19 or 20. But what he makes up for his ball playing is with effort, and he'll just have a crack.
Just a footballer, eh?
Yeah, he'll just have a run. And that's Nicho's got all that ball playing, and he's very talented, and he can ice, ball playing. But I think he needs to have a little bit of more... All right, I'm just going to have a run here. Yeah. Just come with me. I'm just going to try and bust the line.
You know how you said you kind of think Sharks are a bit too nice, right? Canberra aren't.
No.
No, they've knocked off the Broncos at home.
Yeah.
They've
Manly.
knocked off the Sharks at home.
They got blocked by Manly, didn't they?
No, but they're 2 games at home.
Yeah.
Big wins against the Broncos, big wins against the Sharks. Sharks aren't gone, but
I don't think Sharks are gone. No, they've got too many goods. They've got too good of a coaching staff.
Yep.
I know what Fitzy's like, and when he and he'd be so calm, but when he blows a fuse, they'll know about it. But they've had a pretty tough draw, the Dragons.
Oh, the Sharks?
The
Raiders.
So they've played the Warriors.
Yep.
Now
in Vegas.
Yeah, now the Warriors have won 3 on the trot.
Yep.
They've played Brisbane. Many people believe that Brisbane will be top 4. Manly, who were flying.
Yep.
And now they've played the Sharks. So they've had a really tough draw. So they're in a good spot.
And Cowboys, yes, they played the Cowboys, but it was Cowboys hunting a first win, and it was up there.
And they got it.
And it was up there. So the Sharkies, on the other hand, they've got Manly in Perth is their next game.
Yeah, they've done some. And then they've got to go to Suncorp. That's their home game.
No. Then they go to McDonald Jones Stadium.
Sorry.
Then they go to Leichhardt.
But they're not home. They're not home till after.
Yeah.
After Magic Round.
So their home game is Magic Round.
Yeah.
Suncorp against the Eels. Then back to Four Pines. So today's date is the 4th of April.
6 weeks.
They don't play at home till the 17th of May.
Yeah, and who do they play on the 17th of May?
just an easy knocker about Melbourne Storm.
Yeah, that'll be sweet. They've got a pretty tough draw, don't they?
And then they're up to Gosford. They're going to need that bye in round 13.
So they are doing the yards, but it was winnable last night. I know they scored it in the death, but they should have been up by at least another try.
I think the market was wrong. Easy to say now, but I felt the whole time that game at the very least was a flip of the coin. Did you feel like? Did you tip Canberra?
I tipped Canberra.
Yeah, I tipped Canberra. A lot of people tipped them. Actually, I'll be interested to see what percentage of people took them. Actually,
well, I was talking to Brandy last night. Brandy said, "It's just too hard this early. I've just gone all the home teams."
Yeah,
it's not a bad philosophy.
No, I agree with that. In fact, I'd love to. We might work out how many home teams. If you just took the home team so far, how would you be travelling there? Ricky Stewart on the refereeing. Had they lost? As a term that Shawnee likes to use, 10x. This would have been 30x had they lost. But have a listen to this.
No field position. I think the penalty count was 7-2. Okay, fine. If we're giving penalties away, that's great. You can't tell me other teams don't give away penalties as well. You know, it's... I hate talking, and Toddy is a wonderful referee. I'm not having a crack at him. He's a wonderful ref. I hope I'm allowed to give him a rap. As I said to some people last week, that you can give the vocab to whatever outcome you want. You can give the vocab to whatever outcome that has been given on the field. Because I can give you vocab in regards to the last time we spoke about this, that makes me sound right. So, no, I'm confused with it.
Okay, so listen, partly they're to blame for lack of possession, partly the penalties, whether you think Ricky's right or Ricky's wrong. They have conceded the most penalties in the comp, Brian. Admittedly, they've also played an extra game than everyone else.
Yeah.
Along with the Sharks. But their error count is also the highest in the competition. So, bit of column A, bit of column B.
Yeah, but a lot of these clubs now are doing. You see what they're doing on their try line, giving away the 6 agains when they're defending.
Yep.
Because it's within the rules, but what they're doing, it's pretty obvious. Those good teams are holding the opposition down to get their line set on the line, and they're just blowing the 6 again. So sometimes it's part of their plan.
Yep. You know what else is blatantly obvious? That the young dummy half for the Raiders, Tommy Starling's airborne. It's his best season. He's absolutely flying.